Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the vlog. So today is the last episode of the £2,500 challenge. That's where we find a car and get it repaired in a budget of 2.5k for my niece. So did we meet our target? Did we come in under 2.5k or on 2.5k? You're about to find out as we break down the numbers at the end of this episode. In the meantime, what we've got to do, we've got the car back on its wheels, but now we're going to check it for if it needs a service, and also that cam belt that we're supposed to be changing. So we're going to be checking the condition of the cam belt, etc., to see if it's been changed, and if it does need to be changed, then we're going to be doing it in this episode. So we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to get down and start looking at the service items in this car and see what needs doing. Right, let's start giving this car a bit of a service. So we'll take the airbox off and then we'll check the plugs to see what they look like. I did just take a look at the oil, and the oil is looking okay, so the right level, but not knowing when this car was last serviced, it's probably worth giving the oil a change as well. Right, we'll get the airbox off and take a look at the air filter, and then we'll take a look at the plugs and see what they look like. Okay, so just taking the filter and a plug out, and the filter looks really clean actually. It's in really good condition. It is not dusty in the slightest, which tells me that this car probably has been recently serviced by looking at the condition of the oil. The plugs, they're looking alright actually. The electrode on there, I need to check the gap because that gap does look a teeny bit big, so I'll check the gap for this vehicle. But again, the plugs are in good condition, so I would guess that this car has been serviced, particularly the plugs. But I think what I might do is give it a bit of an oil change, because the oil, although it looks good, you never know. At least if we know it's done, we know that job is complete. Okay, so the bracket has remarkably arrived really quickly. This is supposed to be here on Tuesday. Today is Saturday, so really pleased with that. And let me show you, you can see exactly what's broken off. So here is the new bracket, and here is the one from the smashed up wing, and this is the one that's come off this wing here. So you can clearly see that that's the reason why the wing wasn't sitting correctly. It's only got one of the retaining tabs, which is this one here. So that's absolutely useless. On this one, it's got the bottom tab here. This tab is missing, so that's broken off. So that's that tab there. And then this tab here is also missing as well. That's completely gone. That's the reason why we needed a new one. So to get this on, you have to actually rivet it on. Don't know why Fiat, the only company that rivets their brackets on, but anyway, that's what we got to do. So we'll get that sorted and get that in place. Okay, so you can see that the bracket is now in place, and again, ignore the color difference. It's because the bumper is at a different angle to the top of the wing, and that's why it looks off. Now there is a little bit of a gap there, and I have tried a couple of times now to try and resolve this, but because the bumper was damaged, and because the ledge that I got to work with isn't quite 90 degrees, I've melted it with a hot gun, and that's the best we can get it. If I show you the other side now, you see the other side is actually, it's not too bad. It's not too bad, and I think in view of trying to get a new bumper, because that's the other option, to get another bumper, just to get it to sit tighter, is it really worth it? Probably not. I've spoken to my brother-in-law and he's quite happy with how it is, and my niece She just wants a car, so she's not bothered either way. But for me, I want it perfect, if you know what I mean. So I'd rather have it closer, but I think without buying a new bumper, that's the best we're going to get it. And at a later date, if she wants it done, then we can get a new bumper, but of course that will mean repainting it. But for now, I think that it's as good as we're going to get this bumper. So let's concentrate now on seeing if the cam belt needs changing. We'll take a look at that now. Right, so off camera I have taken off the cam cover, and looking at this cam belt is pretty new. There's another telltale sign as well. I'm not sure if you can see it, but down there, just down there, and in between the cam belt, you can see that silver little thing. That silver thing is the water pump, which is new. You can see it's new. It's definitely new, and also the wheel down there. And then just below that, you've got the idler gear, which is what you use to brace up tighten up the cam belt. Difficult to see with this camera, but that's also looks new. So that tells me that this cam belt has been done at the or it's recently been done, because that water pump looks really new. Now normally when you buy the kit, you get the cam belt and you get the little gear down there. The water pump is a recommended thing to do, but some people don't do it. On this car it has been done, so that means that we don't need to do it, and sadly that means that you guys don't get to see it. Now a clue to this has been that this has been done was highlighted in one of the comments by Paul from Love 500, who is a Fiat 500 specialist. I say that because that's all that he does on his channel. He mentioned that often and I've seen this in the past as well, this sticker here, if that sticker is like that, that's a good indication that it's been done, and clearly that's exactly how it was, because there's a little bolt underneath there, 10mm bolt. To get to it, you've got to remove this sticker, so that's a good indication that it has been done, and so this has been done. So yes, that saves me a job. Unfortunately, it means you guys don't get to see it, but going on the theme of this vehicle has been well maintained, because the brake pads, everything on this car have also been changed. And then looking at the air filter that we saw earlier, that also has been done. So that means that we don't really need to do anything on this car, because it's already been done. It's within its service parameters. So I'm just going to clean up the engine bay, which is filthy, and I think that will bring this car to a conclusion. And the next thing we can talk about is the numbers. Well, of course, the first thing we need to do is put the cam belt cover back and the engine mount, which you have to remove to get the cam belt cover off, and then we can get the car back on the ground, because it's currently suspended in the air. All right, let's get on and do that then. Okay, so the last job we need to do is give this engine a bit of a cleanup. I have started doing a cleanup session, but we're going to finish it off now with a brush, and then that should be it. And there we go. This engine bay is now looking really clean in comparison to how it was earlier on. It's all been cleaned up and now ready to go, and this car is now complete. So it's been a quick project, a great project, and we just got one bit left to come, and that is the number plate and actually the wheel liner for the wheel that we repaired, and then that will complete this vehicle. So why don't we do the numbers and see what this car actually costs in the end, and did we come in under our 2.5k budget. Okay, so let's go for a price breakdown on the car. So the car itself costs £1,748. That's with all the fees, auction fees, and the purchase of the car itself out the door. Delivery was £284, and now the parts. So the front wing was £74, near side swing arm was £26, headlamp repair kit £10, bumper repair, paint and blow over of the wing and blend in, that came to £230. Bumper bracket that secures the bumper to the front wing, that was £10. The front wing splasher guard is £19, and their number plate was £30, giving us a grand total of £2,431, saving us £69. So we got £69 below budget. So as you can see from the sums there, we have well come in budget there, and we got ourselves a pretty sorted car for the money. So for the next couple of days, as soon as the plates arrive, I'm going to be taking this car for some test drives, just making sure everything is okay, and then that will conclude this project. So next we go back onto the Q5. That's getting ready for paint. A few jobs I need to do before then, and I'll take you through that journey. In the meantime, we want to ask you to subscribe down here if you're just a casual viewer, and if you're not, click on that notification button so you get notified whenever we release a new video, and click on that thumbs up button as well, because that helps with the old YouTube algorithm. Great, thanks for viewing, and we will see you on the next one.